All right, so you are going to apply the grout with a paint scraper. It's already pre-mixed, so a lot of times you have to mix it yourself, but you're just gonna kind of dig right into this container here, and it's really almost just looks like wet sand. And the key is just to get it inside all of those cracks. So you just want to press it down, kind of make sure it goes in between all the way up to the edge. We do want to minimize our waste here, so it's less messy, and we just don't want to waste a lot of it. So try, anything extra, you want to scrape it away and kind of press it in to other places. Make sure when you are pressing it down, you're kind of pressing the paint scraper kind of at a 45 degree angle when you are going over your tiles. If some kind of fall off, pick it back up and put it back in there. But yeah, all the way up to the edge. That's why when we put our tiles on there, you were supposed to go flush to the edge of the wood, because it's the grout is just kind of seeping out of the edges there. All right. So keep going. And also that's why we want to get our tiles close together, because we don't want to have to use as much grout. You shouldn't see any of the raw wood from the top of your mosaic when we're all done with this. Again, if it kind of squirts out the side, try to pick it back up. And you'll see, if you see any cracks or holes start to appear, then you want to kind of go back over it and push some more in. And that's if you needed to clean it up, you can just scrape it on the edge of your mosaic, kind of cleans it. Makes it a little bit smoother so you can grab some more. All right, again, you can, if it falls out, just touch it. It's just like wet sand. Almost done. Yeah. If you have any extra, please put it back in, and you can kind of run over it again, try to scrape off more. You're gonna wipe off the rest with your sponge, but if you can get it with the paint scraper first, it's gonna be way easier. All right, that looks pretty good. The edges look like they could get it a little bit more, but it's starting to come out the edges, so I think it's good. All right, you wanna kind of, clean off the edges a little bit. Okay, and put the top back on this so it doesn't dry out. All right, now you're gonna take the wet sponge, and it's really important that you're not pressing down too hard when you're cleaning this top layer of grout, because you don't want to take the grout away that's in between the tiles. You just want to clean it. So just really, really lightly. Let's see how much we can get off here, because you really don't want to press down. And then rinse it in the water. Do not rinse your sponge in the sink. We don't want this going down the sink. Okay, there we go. So my sponge, I needed to kind of wetten it again. It was a little too damp. I think you're just gonna have to kind of keep squeezing it in your cup. Kind of keep going back and forth over it. Again, don't press down too hard. but it gets dirty really quickly. You can see the grout is kind of piling up on the edges of the tile here. The sides too. Keep cleaning the side. All right. This looks like this is going to be a slower process to try to clean off the surface. So just keep rinsing out your sponge. We don't want to get it too, I know it's the more wet your sponge is, the more it looks like it's cleaning better, but you don't want to get it too wet. So, because it's just going to make your grout just really muddy. So just kind of gradually try to keep wiping it off. So it's getting better. You just kind of have to keep going back and forth, rinsing out your sponge. Make sure it's not dripping, going back. And you have to do this in one class. Apply the grout, clean it off in one class. If it dries on, in many cases, you can't wipe it back off.